What do you currently see on the screen?
I see a web page titled Picasso AI Artistic D on BioniChaos.com. It displays artist style options including Van Gogh, Picasso, Kandinsky, and Pointillism, with Picasso currently selected. There's a creativity slider set to 66%. Below that, the word wait is drawn in an artistic style. There are also undo, clear, and save buttons.
What does the creativity slider does when I'm changing it? Can you actually check what it does and if it's working correctly or not?
Based on the changes observed when the creativity slider is adjusted, it appears to modify the artistic style or rendering of the word wait. As the slider goes from 100% down to 31% and then up to 96%, the appearance of the letters changes. For example, the W and I become less colorful and more geometric at lower creativity levels, while at higher levels they become more vibrant and abstract. This indicates that the slider is indeed working correctly and affecting the artistic output.
Wait, but it doesn't seem to work on lines that were already created. I think it's only working on newly created lines. Can you tell by just looking at the simulation, by looking at the screen?
From what I can observe, it appears the creativity slider only affects the lines drawn after the slider has been adjusted. When the style is changed to Kandinsky and the creativity slider is adjusted, the changes seem to apply only to new lines that are drawn, rather than retrospectively altering the pre-existing wait text.
Okay, so if you were to ask a question to the developer of this application, what would you say?
If I could ask a question to the developer of this application, I would ask if there's a reason the creativity slider only affects newly drawn lines and not those already present on the canvas, or if there's a setting to apply the style changes retroactively.
No, the reason I'm asking that question is because I think it's meant to be a bug, but it's actually a feature. When you draw new lines, it's actually augmenting the previous drawing as well. So yes, in that sense, the creativity percentage should then apply to all the canvas. Can you try and explain that properly?
When drawing on this application, the creativity percentage you select applies to the lines you are currently drawing. It does not change the style of lines that have already been drawn. For example, if you draw a line with creativity at 92% and then change the creativity to 6% and draw another line, the first line will remain at 92% creativity while the second will be at 6%. The effect is applied as you draw, not retrospectively to the entire canvas.
Okay, but then as we draw a new line, it's changing, it's re-rendering the whole canvas, which is probably a good idea, considering we can turn it into an animation. The problem is that the creativity does not affect lines that are already there. So can you explain the whole conversation properly?
Certainly. The conversation revolves around an online drawing tool called Picasso AI on BioniChaos.com. The user is observing how a creativity slider and artist style options, Van Gogh, Picasso, Kandinsky, Pointillism, affect the drawing. Initially, the user asks about the function of the creativity slider. It's observed that changing the slider affects the style of newly drawn lines, but not the existing lines or text. This leads to the user suggesting this behavior might be a bug, but it's noted that it could also be a feature, especially if the intention is to create animations by incrementally drawing with different styles. The core of the discussion is whether the creativity and artist style settings should apply retrospectively to all elements on a canvas or only to newly created ones. It seems the current implementation applies them only to new drawings.
Okay, would you add like an animation button to it as well? And if so, how would it work exactly?
Adding an animation button could work by allowing users to replay the drawing process, perhaps showing the lines being drawn in the order they were created, with the creativity level changing dynamically as it did during the original drawing session. This would provide a visual representation of how the creativity percentage affects the artwork as it's being made.
Sorry, can you repeat it again to like whatever first year engineering student, and also as if you are talking to the developer of this web application?
All Right, if I were addressing the developer of this web application, my primary question would be, could you implement an animation feature that replays the drawing process, showcasing the dynamic changes in the creativity percentage as each line was originally drawn?
So wait, that would be like a demo mode, would it?
Yes, that's right. It would function somewhat like a demo mode, allowing users to observe the artistic process in action rather than just seeing the final result.
So will it repeat the current drawing or just change the creativity setting?
Based on what I see, it seems to re-render the entire canvas each time the creativity slider is adjusted. It doesn't just change the creativity slightly, it redraws everything with the new creativity setting applied.
Okay, can you summarize it as standalone instructions / questions for the developer?
All right, here's a summary of the suggestions / questions for the developer. Could an animation feature be added that replays the drawing process, dynamically showing how the creativity percentage changes with each stroke, similar to a demo mode? This would enhance the user experience by visually illustrating the application's artistic process.
No, wait, we need way more details on it. So how are we changing the application compared to what it currently looks like and functions like?
Based on the current appearance, the application's functionality is already being changed significantly by the creativity slider, which causes a complete re-render of the canvas. Implementing an animation that replays the drawing process with these dynamic creativity changes would be a further enhancement.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We need a full set of standalone brief instructions for the developer as to how to update this web application, create essentially another version of it, a better version of it.
Understood. So the request of the developer would be a full set of instructions on how to update this web application.
Yeah, that's
specifically
correct.
How to create a new, improved version of it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Great. So the core of the request is to enhance the application's replay and visualization features, allowing users to better understand the
Okay, can you generate the whole standalone brief for the developer?
Certainly. Here's a standalone brief for the developer. Please consider adding an animation feature that replays the drawing process. This animation should dynamically display how the creativity percentage changes with each stroke, offering a visual demonstration of the artistic creation. This feature would serve as a demo mode, enhancing user understanding and engagement.
Can you rewrite it with more details?
Yes, I can provide a more detailed brief. To enhance the user experience and demonstrate the unique functionality of this application, please implement a demo mode that animates the drawing process. This mode should accurately replay the sequence of drawing strokes and, crucially, dynamically display the, quote, creativity percentage as it changes with each new stroke. This feature will offer users a clear and engaging visual representation of how the application interprets and transforms their input based on the chosen artistic style.
Okay, actually, that's not too bad. Just pause the voice model for a sec. Just go quickly, start a new chat with Copilot. Copilot, find the Picasso AI. We'll just do a second version of it, because I guess it's just one HTML page. Picasso AI. Yeah, it's just HTML and thumbnail. Let's do version 2. Select the HTML and pop that as a prompt. Now, which model are we using? Let's do agent GPT-4.1 because we're not paying for it. Let's see if it actually can do it or not. Agent mode. The agents are coming for your job. Yeah, that's actually going for something more simple. When changing the creativity, we wanted to re-render the thing. Can you also revise the prompt? So we want to make it a bit more simple without adding anything to the application. We want to be able, when changing the creativity slider, we want to be able to re-render the current drawing with the selected creativity percentage. So how would you turn it into a detailed prompt for the developer?
All right, I can make the prompt more succinct without removing any of the key details about the desired feature. How about this? Implement a demo mode that animates the drawing process, dynamically displaying how creativity percentage changes with each stroke to visually demonstrate the artistic transformation.
Okay, we do want the demo mode. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. So if we do it again, so it's 0 creativity demo mode. No, so it's not working as expected. Let's stay with agent mode. GPT-4. Oh, hopefully we don't need a more powerful model because we're running out of tokens of API. What is it called? Premium requests. We're currently at 72%. 1 sec. Okay, so that is good. It's good that we have the demo button now, and it is redrawing what we have drawn. But also, can we make sure when changing the creativity slider, when changing the creativity percentage, when redrawing, it should use that new percent that is currently being set. Can you look at the code step by step? Tell me what you're gonna change in plain English, and just can go ahead and modify the code as well. Okay, so it's good that we have a single file, so we don't need to drop any more files or anything. By the way, any idea how is this biomedical data science or biomedical engineering relevant?
Given the application's artistic focus and the visual elements of drawing and style transformation, it's not immediately clear how biomedical data science or biomedical engineering would be directly relevant to its core functions. Could you elaborate on why you're asking about that connection?
Well, because we're doing biomedical engineering and biomedical data science, so can you find a link?
Given your background in biomedical engineering and data science, you're likely interested in exploring how artistic style transfer, like the Picasso AI application, might intersect with your field. While this particular application is geared towards artistic creation, related concepts in AI and data analysis are certainly used in biomedical research. For example, machine learning, a core component of data science, is used in medical imaging for diagnosis, drug discovery, and even in designing prosthetics. Would you like me to find resources on how AI and machine learning are applied in biomedical data science or engineering?
What? No, we're just talking about it. Can you find what did you say the link was? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
No, I did not provide a link. I was asking if you would like me to find resources on how AI and machine learning are applied in biomedical data science or engineering. Would you still like me to do that?
No, I want you to find a link between this tool and biomedical data science.
Ah, I see. You're looking for the connection between this particular drawing tool and biomedical data science. While the tool itself is for artistic style transfer, the underlying principles and technologies it uses, such as artificial intelligence and algorithms, are indeed relevant to biomedical data science. For instance, the way this tool processes and transforms visual information is similar to how AI algorithms analyze medical images to detect anomalies or patterns. Does that help clarify the connection you're seeking?
Okay, let's stop that one for a sec. Let's talk to ChatGPT agent mode. Agent. Okay, can you also make the demo mode just run continuously without stopping it? Make changes, applying edits. It takes some time. I thought GPT meant to be faster. Is it faster? Is it faster? Okay, obviously it's related to biomedical data science because it's to do with image generation.
The demo mode has been updated to run continuously in a loop.
That's
it will
an
keep
insightful
replaying
connection.
the strokes
Image
until
generation, as seen in this tool, is indeed a significant area within biomedical data science. For example, generative adversarial networks, or GANs, a type of AI used for generating new data like images, are being explored for creating synthetic medical images for training purposes, or even for simulating disease progression. Is there anything else you'd like to know about how image generation relates to biomedical data science?
Okay, so the demo playing continuously is really nice. Thank you very much. Now, can you note somewhere in the code we are resetting the creativity to 50%? Can we not do that? So when the demo is continuously playing, can you just use the currently set creativity slider percentage? Made changes. Which one gonna start talking first? 80%, 90, 100%? Still generating.
Made changes. The demo mode now uses the current creativity slider value without resetting it to 50%. This ensures that the strokes are drawn with the creativity percentage currently set by the user. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to adjust.
Okay, this is working really well. Thank you very much. We should be able to stop the demo mode as well. Can you look at the code real quick? Made changes.
To allow stopping the demo mode, I will add a mechanism to toggle the demo mode active variable when the demo mode button is clicked again. This will stop the continuous loop and reset the button state. Let me update the code to include this functionality.
What's this weird thing?
Made changes. The demo mode button now toggles between starting and stopping the demo. Clicking it again while the demo is running will stop the continuous loop and reset the button state. Let me know if you need further refinements.
Okay, there's one weird thing when we in demo mode redrawing the shape, redrawing the drawing that was oh, come on.
Summarizing conversation history.
No, wait. Oh, we have this weird thing when we in demo mode, it's actually reverting back to the original drawing instead of using the current. So the last creativity. Oh, come on. It's really annoying. Someone at GitHub, can you fix this?
Summarized conversation history. The issue seems to be that during the demo mode, the strokes are being redrawn using the original drawing history instead of dynamically updating with the current slider value or other changes. This happens because the original history is being used as a static reference. To fix this, I will ensure that the demo mode dynamically uses the current state of the slider and other settings during the redrawing process. Let me update the code. Made changes. The demo mode has been updated to dynamically use the current slider value and settings during the redrawing process, instead of reverting to the original drawing history. This should resolve the issue. Let me know if you encounter any further problems.
Let's do 4.1 real quick. Let's talk to a model that actually listens, that doesn't. Okay, so it seemed to be working okay. Yeah, no, we have that annoying. Yeah, if you can do no overlay pop-up messages, that will be great. The message can be somewhere on the canvas, not a browser pop-up. So we're drawing something on the canvas. Then we have demo mode. That's working okay. Then when we select a different creativity, it's actually working okay. So creativity 0, creativity 100. But we're having this weird thing that when we're stopping the demo, it's actually reverting back to the previous creativity setting. So for example, we reload the page, the default creativity setting is 50%, which is fine. Then we make a drawing, then we set the demo, start the demo. It's repeating the drawing. If we set the creativity to say 95%, it's actually doing it correctly. When we're stopping the demo, we expect the drawing now to be using a creativity of 95%, not the originally set, not the default value. Can you check the code? Agent. You're correct. Okay, it's making changes. Wait, so what did you say the link of this drawing tool to biomedical data was?
I mentioned that the link between this drawing tool and biomedical data science lies in the underlying AI and algorithmic principles they share. particularly in areas like image generation and analysis. This tool uses AI to transform images, similar to how AI is used in biomedical fields to interpret medical images or generate synthetic data. Did that address your question about the link?
Can you elaborate on that?
Certainly. When discussing image generation, there's a strong connection between this tool and biomedical data science. For instance, in medical imaging, AI models can be trained on vast datasets of X-rays, MRIs, or CT scans. These models can then learn to generate new, synthetic images that closely resemble real ones. This has several applications, such as augmenting limited, real medical data for training diagnostic AI, simulating different disease states for research, or even creating realistic training scenarios for medical students without exposing them to actual patient data. Does that provide the elaboration you were looking for?
Yeah, I wasn't really listening. We'll read this again. We're still having the same problem. Let's try. I don't know what changes it made. It added 18. Let force current creativity to false. Okay, it added another variable. Well, that didn't work, did it? That didn't work. Let's try a different model. Redo. We'll undo edits. Yeah, okay, because that didn't actually solve the problem. It's just one of those annoying things. Yeah, AI can do everything to like 100, what's it, 80%, 90%, whatever. It's like the last mile problem. But then it's really hard to fix anything at the end. Really hard to fix anything at the end. I think it's called the last mile, or is it called something else? Do you know what's the last mile problem?
The last mile problem, also known as the last mile challenge, refers to the final and often most difficult and expensive step in a process. It's about efficiently and effectively getting something, like goods, services, or even information, from a central hub to its final destination. This can be particularly challenging.
Okay, how is it relevant to development of web applications?
The relevance of the last mile problem to the development of web applications lies in optimizing the delivery of the web application's content and functionality to the end user. Just as in physical logistics, the last mile for web applications is about ensuring a smooth, fast, and reliable experience, regardless of factors like network conditions or device capabilities. It involves optimizing things like website loading times, ensuring responsiveness across different screens, and handling data transfer efficiently to provide a seamless user experience.
Yeah, we're having the same problem still. Okay, still with ChatGPT, trying to fix that thing. Now, second version of it. Second version. We'll start making changes. We'll reset so it's editing this index HTML. The JavaScript is within it. If you're curious where the code is. So first of all, everything we do is available on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out. We have this. The last tool we released formally was this quantum wave function simulator. It actually should start a demo if the user doesn't interact with the tool for more than like 10, 15, 20 seconds. Maybe if I hover with my mouse, it's considered interaction. I don't know. Should start playing the demo. Okay, play demo. Fire waves. That's working okay. I think we were making some changes to it. Maybe it wasn't deployed properly. Yeah, let me know if you don't know what this is. Do you know what this is? This is rhymes with thesis. Guess where we're drawing, changing creativity to 50. When we stop, demo mode stop, creativity applied. Okay, okay, it's actually working, but did you really need that message? Did you really need that message? Did you really need that message? So creativity is 1, or well, that's close to 0, isn't it? Then we have, say, don't remember what it was originally, but it wasn't. It was not 32. So when we stop the demo, it said demo mode stopped, creativity applied. Then we have a second drawing. Oh, come on, these bugs. They are bugs all over the shop. Yeah, can you explain it in a different way? Explain it to a biomedical engineering student or someone doing image generation. So how is it relevant to what you currently see on the screen?
When you use this drawing tool, you're interacting with a visual representation of data points that are being manipulated. This is relevant to a biomedical engineering student or someone doing image generation because it mirrors fundamental concepts in those fields. For example, think about medical imaging. An MRI or CT scan is essentially a collection of data points that form an image. In biomedical engineering, you might use algorithms to process these data points to highlight specific structures, detect abnormalities, or even reconstruct 3D models of organs. This tool, while artistic, demonstrates a similar principle of manipulating and transforming visual data. Does that explanation resonate with your understanding of biomedical engineering or image generation?
Sure. Yeah, I'll chat to it in a sec when I improve this tool first. Okay, so it's working well now, but there's a few minor tweaks that we need to do. First of all, can we focus on the creativity slider? So when we already have an image drawn on the canvas, can the creativity slider be applied to the current image as well? So the creativity slider, when changing, should be also re-rendering the current canvas with the currently set creativity percentage. Can you change the code to do that? Agent. Sorry, can you say that again in a different way and relate it to what you currently see on the screen as well?
Certainly. So consider the individual colored strokes you see on the screen. Each stroke can be thought of as a data point or a small segment of information. In biomedical engineering, you often work with raw data from various sources, such as sensor readings from a wearable device or individual pixels from a medical image. This tool then applies an artist style to transform these individual data points into a cohesive image. In a similar way, biomedical engineers use algorithms to process raw biological or medical data, extract meaningful patterns, and transform it into understandable insights or visual representations, like turning raw MRI data into a clear image of a brain. The creativity slider can be compared to adjusting the parameters of an algorithm to fine-tune the output, similar to how a biomedical engineer might adjust an imaging algorithm to enhance certain features. Does that provide a different perspective on the connection?
Yeah, can you help me to troubleshoot this thing? So we're doing a drawing, you can see it on the screen. We're doing multiple drawings, so in different styles. Then we're running the demo mode. We can change the creativity slider, that's working okay. Low creativity, high creativity, that's working fine. Now when we're hitting the stop demo, what's happening is the demo mode stopped, a message came up, and then it just saved what was drawn. So it actually removed the third drawing that we made. Well, because it's in demo mode, it's actually redrawing the thing. So two things. First of all, we want to make sure we're not getting rid of anything that was drawn prior. Second, we don't probably need some of these messages on the canvas as well. We're just happy to, just to do the thing. Can you explain it properly?
It seems you're encountering two issues. First, when you try to save a drawing in demo mode, it redraws, rather than simply saving the current state. Second, you're looking for a way to prevent messages from appearing on the canvas when they're not needed. Is that an accurate summary of the problems you're trying?
Yeah, that's right.
To address the first issue, the demo mode likely has a built-in feature that automatically redraws the canvas when a certain action, like saving, is triggered. This might be designed to showcase different artistic styles or demonstrate the drawing process rather than providing a static saving function. For the second issue, the messages on the canvas are probably part of the demo mode's user interface to inform the user about what's happening. If you want to remove them...
Okay, can you focus on the first issue? Can you elaborate on the fix? Explain the problem. Just explain the problem.
Yes, I understand that the issue is that saving a drawing in demo mode causes the canvas to redraw, and you want to prevent unnecessary messages from appearing on the canvas.
No, the canvas redrawing in demo mode is fine. The problem is when we stop... The problem is when we're stopping the demo mode. Can you explain?
The problem is that when you stop the demo mode, the drawing on the canvas is reset. And you want to prevent this from happening, so the drawing remains on the canvas when exiting demo mode. Is that correct?
Not exactly. So for example, if there is a lot of drawing on the canvas, when we stop the demo, like you can currently see on the screen, it only saved what was currently drawn in demo mode and it got rid of the rest of the thing. Do you see the problem? Can you explain it?
All right. I see the issue clearly now. The problem is that when you are in demo mode and there's a current drawing on the canvas, if you click stop demo, only the drawing that was created during the demo mode is saved, and the rest of the drawing from before entering demo mode is cleared. You want to retain the full drawing on the canvas when exiting demo mode, not just what was drawn during the demo.
Yeah, this is perfect actually. This is exactly what the problem is.
Perfect. So the core of the problem is retaining the full drawing on the canvas when transitioning out of demo mode, rather than only saving the demo-specific portions.
Okay, we're having another AI, ChatGPT, making changes to the code. So the code was modified, history, let's keeping the history. Let's see if it's actually worked. So we're having a very long drawing, say, running demo mode, changing the creativity, and then we, wait. No, there's something wrong. There's something, yeah, okay. So it's now regenerating the whole thing, but it's actually, can you see any problem?
The person is demonstrating a drawing program, specifically in Van Gogh style. They initially set the creativity to 89% and began a long drawing session. They then increased the creativity to 100%, which caused the program to generate more detailed, abstract shapes. They then reset the creativity and stopped the demo, causing the generated images to disappear. The user is asking if you can see any problem, but based on the video, no problems are apparent with the program itself.
No, there's something wrong with the history. In demo mode, it's actually showing the original drawing as well. I don't think it meant to be doing that, is it? Can you explain what's going on? Or if you see the problem at all?
Yes, I can see what you are referring to. The program appears to be showing both the new Van Gogh style artwork and a faded version of the original line drawing underneath it, which you seem to indicate is not intended.
So can you explain the bug, the issue?
The issue is that when demo mode is active, the program displays both the newly generated Van Gogh style artwork and the faint underlying original sketch simultaneously, which seems to be unintended behavior.
If the developer, we send it to the developer, let's see if they can fix it. So what, yeah, there's all sorts of bugs. Well, it's currently editing the code, so that's to be expected. But also, so say in a regular mode, so not in demo mode, in regular drawing mode, yeah, it keeps editing the code, so we can actually test it. It's actually made a change in demo mode.
Based on your
Wait. It's having trouble. Okay, well, I think yeah, it did break. Well, at least it's shut by itself instead of us having to close it. And for whatever reason, this tab, well, because it has all these video recordings in it, has 2.5 gigabytes. So that's sharing the screen with Gemini. 2.5 gigabyte. What? What do you see on the screen real quick?
On the screen, I see a website interface with the title Picasso AI. There are options to select an artist style such as Van Gogh, Picasso, Kandinsky, and pointillism. Below this, there's a creativity slider set to 58% and buttons for undo, clear, save, and stop demo. The main white area seems to be a canvas where a drawing is being created with various colored strokes resembling a wiggly line.
So when we're drawing, for example, a new style, so we're drawing like Kandinsky, whatever, would you change the web application to actually be able to change the artistic style of what's already been drawn? Any suggestions?
So it sounds like you're asking if the application can
that's right.
change the artistic style.
Yep, that's right.
Based on what I see, it seems that the artistic style is applied as It seems that the artistic style can be changed dynamically. As you're drawing, the application appears to apply the chosen style in real time. For example, when you switch from Picasso to Kandinsky, the existing strokes appear to change to reflect that style.
That's not how it works at the moment. At the moment, I'm just selecting the style, drawing in that style, and that's it. I would like to be able to change the existing strokes on the canvas when selecting a different artist.
Oh, I understand. So you'd like the web application to be able to change the style of the existing strokes on the canvas when you select a different artist style, instead of only applying the style to new strokes. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
It looks like you are currently selecting Van Gogh, Picasso, and Kandinsky as artist styles. If you would like to implement the feature you described, you would need to adjust the code to re-render all existing strokes with the newly selected artistic style, rather than just applying it to new drawings.
Okay, so would you suggest another controller, another like button toggling between apply to new drawings or existing drawings, or how would you do it?
To add a feature that changes the style of existing drawings, you could introduce a toggle button. This button would allow you to switch between two modes, one that applies the selected artist style to new drawings only, and another that reapplies the style to all existing drawings on the canvas.
Okay, so how would you instruct the developer to do that?
To instruct a developer on implementing this feature, you could explain that the application needs to store the drawing strokes as data objects, separate from their visual rendering. When a new artist style is selected, the application should iterate through all stored stroke objects and re-render them using the parameters associated with the newly chosen style.
Yes, that's for the... So we have two options, right? So this is one option. What's the other option? So can you describe the whole changes to the web application? So we're hitting a toggle button between applying to current strokes or applying to new strokes only, and then what?
Based on what you've described, the two options would be 1. A mode where the selected artist style is applied only to new strokes drawn on the canvas. 2. A mode where the selected artist style is applied to all existing strokes on the canvas, effectively re-rendering the entire drawing in the new style.
Okay, can you turn it into a standalone prompt for the developer of this web application?
All right, here is a standalone prompt for the developer. Implement a feature allowing the user to apply a selected artist style to either only newly drawn strokes or to all existing strokes on the canvas. This should be controlled by a new toggle button on the interface.
Okay, keep going.
This feature will require modifications to the existing drawing logic. The application should store drawn strokes as data objects, separate from their visual representation. When the Apply to All mode is active and an artist style is changed, the application should iterate through all stored stroke objects and re-render them using the parameters associated with the newly chosen style.
Okay, what else needs to be considered? So essentially, when we are drawing, we're just stored as objects in memory. And then the drawing can you explain all that?
Essentially, when drawing, the application stores each stroke as a data object in memory. This object likely contains information about the stroke's path, color, and other properties. Then, to apply an artist's style, the application takes these stored stroke objects and renders them on the canvas according to the style's specific visual rules, such as brush stroke texture, color palette, or shape distortion. This separation of data from rendering allows for the dynamic reapplication of different styles to existing drawings.
Okay, that sounds way more complicated than what we have at the moment. Can you explain?
My apologies if that sounds more complex than your current implementation. I was suggesting a more robust approach that allows for flexibility in applying styles. Could you tell me more about how your application currently handles and applies artist styles to drawings? That would help me understand your existing setup and suggest simpler adjustments if possible.
I thought you were watching the screen. So this is when we selecting a style, drawing on the screen. We can select multiple styles at the moment. And then we can change the creativity. It will change on the fly for the current drawing, which is what we what we want, and then we can turn demo mode, and we'll just keep relooping the drawing process.
Ah, I understand now. So when you're in demo mode, the application automatically draws on the screen, and you can change the style or creativity level on the fly, which immediately affects the ongoing drawing process. My apologies for the misunderstanding.
Okay, so can you rewrite the whole prompt for the developer as per what we discussed before?
Absolutely. So the prompt for the developer would be to implement a demo mode that continuously draws on the screen. The user should be able to select an artist style such as Van Gogh, Picasso, Kandinsky, or Pointillism, and adjust a creativity slider from 0% to 100%. Both of these inputs should immediately affect the ongoing drawing process in demo mode. Does that sound accurate?
And no, it's not. Can you summarize the whole chat that we had so far?
Certainly. We are discussing an application that allows you to draw with different artist styles and creativity levels. The application has a demo mode where it automatically draws, and you can change the style, Van Gogh, Picasso, Kandinsky, Pointillism, and creativity level, 0% to 100% on the fly, with these changes immediately affecting the drawing process.
That's what we're doing. That's what we already have. I don't get it.
Apologies for the confusion. So you're saying that the functionality I described, where the demo mode continuously draws and responds dynamically to changes in style and creativity, is exactly what your application currently does? And that's why you're asking for the prompt to be rewritten, so I can provide a more accurate and concise prompt for the developer based on the existing functionality?
Yeah, we currently have two versions of this web application. One is more basic. The more advanced, we'll probably keep both versions.
I understand. So you're currently working with two versions of your web application. One is more basic, and the other is more advanced. You're trying to integrate the changes from the advanced version, which includes features like dynamic style and creativity adjustments in demo mode, into the basic version. Is that right?
Yeah, we have an advanced developer. We actually have Claude. Have you heard of Claude?
Yes, I'm familiar with Claude. It's a large language model developed by Anthropic. Is there something specific about Claude that you wanted to discuss in relation to your application or the development process?
Yeah, it's currently changing the web application code for us. So it added a new button for applying for all strokes or new strokes only. So we can apply to new strokes only or apply for all strokes. Okay, it's actually working. It's actually working pretty well. I actually like it. We'll change the demo mode later on. Yeah, we don't need to run it locally. Yeah, we'll just keep the changes. Yeah, so Claude did a good job. Thank you. Sonnet 4. Let's go back to GPT-4. Oh, is demo mode still working? Yes, it's still working. The demo mode didn't save everything. Okay, so that's actually nice. Yeah, so that Kandinsky we can change. Yeah, we should be able to interact with the canvas somehow as well. But yeah, so there's a human in the loop. If you have any questions, go for it. Everything we do eventually appears on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out. The last tool we made is this quantum